I was listening to some of Kelce today, Travis, and it sounds like he is considering some retirement here, Tom.
Yeah, have you watched him play?
No, I know, but I think like,
and I respect Travis Kelce a lot, man. Like, I still think, obviously, in that Texans game,
he's feeling like he's not the same player he was, and that's a tough thing to grapple with at this point in your career.
And like we were talking about, like they were getting Noah Gray and Watson, like they've kind of stepped up a little bit, especially Noah Gray. And so then the Texans game, like Travis Kelce, it doesn't matter if he's like a little bit slower, he's still able to get open, right? He's scheming himself open and is able to make an impact. But yeah, man, it just comes up to diminishing returns, right? And that's a very tough thing for a player to come to terms with. And he might still be able to go for another season, but maybe it is like adjusting how he prepares, because at some point though, man, you're getting older and your body's gotten hit a lot of times and you're slowing down a little bit. Father Time is undefeated, and it comes for us all.
Yeah, and I think like there's a lot of people questioning Travis Kelce's effort in the Super Bowl. There's clips of him just whiffing on some blocks. There's all of that, and he's never been like an elite blocker. It's never been part of his game. He's not George Kittle. He's not like Gronk in that regard. But hearing him sort of like kind of talk about it, and it's not like he's decided yet, but he's grappling with like, oh shit, Father Time's starting to touch me as a tight end in the NFL. And what's he, like 30? How old's Travis Kelce? Like 35, 34?
He's getting up to the mid 30s. But 30. I mean, what's interesting about Kelce too is I wonder if he would be feeling, one, if they won the Super Bowl, I wonder if he's just like, I'm out, deuces, we three-peated, and that's it. But two, as long as Travis Kelce is still commanding attention from the defense, he is still going to find a lot of value, right? So if they had Rashee Rice, for example, and you had Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, you had multiple options, and then you had Travis Kelce as well, maybe, the role is going to change and it's going to be a little bit different, because every time Travis Kelce's on the field, again, if you're commanding attention, that's going to scheme other guys open. But I don't know if that's what they even want to do going forward. I don't know if it's like, hey, bringing you back for another year, dude, that's going to be worth the investment.
I know what they want. They want a tight end who can block moving forward, Tom. Like,
probably.
We saw that their weakness was their offensive line, and it got just obliterated in the Super Bowl. But like, here's the thing with Kelce. It looked like he definitely took a step back this season.
Sure.
And then you mentioned the Texans game. He was great, right? Like he over 100 receiving yards. And it looked like, he's kind of he's getting to this point where he's kind of just saving his body for the playoffs, probably.
Yeah.
And then, the Bills game, the Chiefs won, but he wasn't like a factor in that. And then the Super Bowl, he was a non-factor, and he's been a factor in all the Super Bowls for the Chiefs. And I think that's probably the tough pill to swallow. Like, dang, I couldn't even help my team in this game. He talked about not being like the type of leader he should have been in that game, especially as somebody who's been in a similar situation before. And I thought once he played well against the Texans that he was most likely going to be back next year. Like, he still got it. Sure. He just kind of saves it. Now you're right. Like, I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting decision.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh,
$20 versus 25 Eagles.
Give me the Eagles, man. Why? So Tom Brady can lose that son of a gun.
There you go.
I think the Eagles defense was more dominant, but the Bucs defense was insane in that Super Bowl. But then I got to take a ring away from my guy Shaq Barrett.
My go Eagles.
Shaq Barrett, take one from Fangio. That would be a fun game.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills versus Eagles would have been a more fun game. Super Bowl logo 2020.
It's this guy. It's got like the bridge in the background and stuff. Hold on.
Interesting.
Because it's in Santa Clara, so
there's a lot of pink in there.
Who's the pink team?
Who's the pink team? There's too much red. That opens the door for the Chiefs. That's kind of a Lions blue. That's a Detroit Lions blue.
Don't like that.
And some yellow. They got red and yellow in it. This means the Chiefs are going to be back. What a bunch of BS.
Okay, right. It's a great question. Asking you,
Packers colors though. There's some green and yellow, Tom.
That's right. There is.
So it looks like I'm going to say Lions, Packers, NFC Championship based on these colors.
Obviously.
And it looks like the Chiefs will be playing the pink team. So wait for an AFC team to rebrand as full-blown pink.
I like it.
Here's my hot take. I think the Chiefs take a step back this year, Tom. I think they are at the end of a incredible run. I'm not saying they won't be back, that they won't be dominant again, but I feel like this loss is going to take a toll on the Kansas City Chiefs. And while they'll still be good, they'll still be competitive, they will not be top 5 team in 2025.
See, I'd still keep them in the top 5.
Nope.
Andy Reid stays, Patrick Mahomes there. Like, I think you're still going. I mean, is Spags going to stay too? Like, I still think.
Yeah, they have it all, but they're going to take a step back.
Yeah. Okay. So what's a step back? Not being the 1 seed, not losing 2 games, and the losing in the Super Bowl. I still think that's a top 5 team. You know what I mean?
Broncos will win the division over the Chiefs.
Packers need a defensive line help, pass rusher, go get a corner and a wide receiver, and then probably some O-line depth. I need that too. Okay, so you're putting them. Okay, I can't get with the Broncos 2-5. If we're putting the Chiefs down there, we can't. Come on. We got to base it in reality at least a little bit. Oh, okay. Yep, we've left that at the door. All right, train has left the station.